you find out that some people are a bit more technical, some people are a bit more funny, some people are a bit more theoretical. That's the way it works. It's a combination of everything. That's the only way you're going to get the best of results. Okay, so for this class, we'll be looking at business models. Business models. This class is a bit technical, but I don't want us to get scared. The reason why I'm approaching this way is because we are trainers. If we're not trainers, you know what I would have done if it's the MSME? I would have divided this business model into three or two topics. I'll divide it into the business model canvas, and I will divide it into marketing. And by the time I treat the business model canvas and I treat marketing, we are done with the business models. Are we together? Well, I have not done that. I have treated it as business models holistically. Why? We are supposed to be facilitators. So you need to understand what is happening behind. It makes it easy for you to be able to dish out something to your entrepreneurs that is practical based on their environment. Are we together? So I said business models, and let's keep it simple. The business model that we'll be looking at is the business model canvas. There are many business models, but most of the business models are built on the business model canvas. So I like us to understand the business model canvas. We can go home by ourselves and look at all the business models and choose any one you will like. And what's business? So what's business? Question. We have people that run businesses here, don't we? We have people running businesses. So what's the business? In your own words, no wrong answer. Buying and selling, thank you. Making money, yes. Setting up an enterprise, yes. That's what business. Selling a product or a service, yes. Those are businesses. What's the model? Model. Types. So for cars, what's your favorite model of car? Toyota. What's your favorite model of car? Peugeot. BMW. Mine is Lamborghini. I've seen somebody say BMW too. Lexus. So we all have different models. Eh? And the third word in that statement is canvas. What's a canvas? People in the creative industry will be very familiar with canvas. Eh? Canvas is just something that you use for creating a thing. Usually maybe a drawing or a painting or a design. So that's what the business model canvas is if you are breaking it into separate words. For the purpose of definition, the business model canvas for us is a strategic management and lean startup template for developing a new or documenting an existing business model. A business model canvas is a strategic management and a lean startup template for developing a new or documenting an existing business model. So the business model canvas is not restricted to a new business. It can be used for a new business. It can be used for an old business. And it basically is a visual act with elements describing the firm's products in terms of its value proposition. Value proposition is saying, what is that thing that is unique about you that you are selling? That's the key. So your visual act on a template written down, telling us about that product. What is that thing that is unique about it? Value proposition. What are the infrastructures that you need for it to work? Eh? Who is your customer? And how am I making money? Is anything missing in there that tells you what happens in a business? Yes? Is anything missing in that definition that tells you what happens in a real business? No. Those are all the things you require for a business to run. So basically, a business model canvas is a picture that tells you how your business is running. But we are looking for how it will run effectively. That's the word. How will your business run effectively? How would you run that business within the same space and you will stand out and continue to make money? That's what the business model canvas is saying. Please, time, so that I know how to manage. Okay, so now what is the one thing that must be very consistent in a business model canvas? It must be very clear. Clarity is key. You must have an insight on how the business works. You cannot write a business model canvas for something you don't know or a business you don't understand. For those of us that use glasses, particularly those of us that like me that cannot read without a glass, if you remove this glass now and tell me to read, I'm lost because I cannot see what is on your paper. But once I put on the glasses like this, please show it to me again. I can clearly tell you. That's what we're saying. So if you are doing a business model canvas, you need to work that way. That anybody that sees it, clearly the person can understand this is what is happening inside the business. It must also be a complete picture. The whole venture from start to finish. So it takes time for you to develop a business model canvas. But it must be a few pictures across the venture, whatever business it is that you say you are doing. It can be any business at all. But you must know it from start to finish, and you must be able to present it in a template of 9 blocks that is very clear. Have I lost anybody yet? Have I lost anybody yet? No. So let's move together. These are the 9 blocks. And these are the 9 things that you must remember all the time in a business model canvas. The first one is the partners. The second is key activities. Third, key resources. Fourth, cost. Fifth, value. Sixth, customer relationship. 7, channels. 8, revenue. And 9, customers. So this is just a template. And what do? We fill these templates with information. If you put all the information that I've just put on the board right, you can tell a story about the business from start to finish. And it will be a model that will work for that business. And this is the questions you answer every time you look at those blocks. The first one, partner, says, who are the key partners or suppliers or your vendor in your business? Do you have any consulting firm that you are working with? What are the resources or capabilities that they provide to you? You need to answer those 3 questions if you are dealing with your key partners. But I always emphasize in the class that when you are doing a business model canvas, the first thing you should look at is what? Your value proposition. This one. Why? Remember I said, why do we go into business? Because we are solving problems. True or false? It's true. The only time you make money is when you solve somebody's problem. As you solve the person's problem, they give you money. So every time you want to start a business model canvas, you look at this first, the value proposition. And value proposition is saying what? What is the core problem you are trying to solve? Are there multiple problems we are trying to solve? And how the new value will be different from the current value. So that thing you are trying to solve, what is it? Now that you know it, how are you going to be different from other people trying to solve that same problem? That's the key. That's the key that opens the door to a business model canvas. And the business model canvas has 2 ends. The front end and the back end. The front end, let me stand and face the back now. I'm sure you cannot see my back. You can see the front, my face. But you can't see what is at my back. So same thing with the business model canvas. The value proposition is the person standing in the middle. The front end is the customer, where you have customer relationship, channels, and market segment. That is the one that interfaces with the customer. That is where the money comes in. You find out at the bottom of that, you find revenue. Are we together? Now, this part, the back, is the other end. The key partners, the key activities, the key resources, and the cost structure. Because those are the things you need to build up to get a product that you will sell. Are we together? Do we understand what I've just said? So let's quickly look at it and then we move on. So I was talking of key partners and I've told you what is here. So let's look at key activities. What are the key processes and tasks that we need to create to deliver the value proposition? Remember, I've told you it starts from the proposition. So the proposition is, I'm trying to solve a problem. I'll use an example. Don't worry. Let's read it first. I'll show you an example, life example. So what are the processes or tasks that you need to do to solve this problem you have identified eh, with a new product or an existing product as a solution? Then, what do we develop, sell, or manage? Those are the activities. These activities, what are the resources you require for you to achieve these activities? That's what key resources is saying. Those activities up. So what are the resources that you require for you to be able to achieve those key activities? That's what you put here. For cost structure, you are saying what is the fixed or variable cost? When we're writing a business plan, what do we put in? You put in your fixed cost, you put in your variable costs. So that's the same question they are asking you here. That what are the fixed costs? What are the variable costs? What are the main elements of operational expenses? What are you spending money on? Then, do we have costs involved in CAPS? It's part of what you are supposed to provide before you can now have a product that you are taking out that becomes what you will use as a product that people are buying. So, I will come back to this. Let's go and use the example. We'll come back here. This is what? H2O. H2O, bottled water. This is the product I am producing. Are we together? This is my product. This is what I want to produce. And I want to use a business model canvas to explain this. So let's use the model. Everybody here will develop your own model canvas for me. But we'll do it in groups so that we don't waste too much time and then we can leverage on each other's knowledge. But I'll put us through it first and then we'll try it ourselves. So what do we need to do? The first thing I said is the value proposition. And the value proposition is saying, safe drinking water you can take with you on the go. That's what I am trying to provide. What problem am I solving? Test. It's safe. I'm solving tests. I'm solving tests, and I want to make sure that the test I'm solving is safe. So my value proposition is safe drinking water you can take with you on the go. That's my selling point. Everybody may be able to provide safe drinking water, but can you take it with you on the go? There must be something I'm doing different. Beautiful. The next we are going to look at is the customer. So that's the next we are looking at, this customer segment. Who are you going to sell to? Who are the people that can afford the product? Are we together? What are we doing? Bottled water. People who will drink instead of Coke. Remember that in reality, in customers, there are always alternatives. I can decide to drink Zobo. I can decide to drink Kunu. I can decide to drink Coke. I can decide to even drink bottled water and decide it's Limi I do not want my pure water. So the question now will be, how do you identify those who will drink my own products? That's the key. Now, please, can you take that phone away? I'm sure it's my own ringing. I know it's my phone. I had the phone. Sorry, let me just put this on vibration so that it does not disturb you. My apologies. 200 naira. Guilty. No, leave it. I put it on vibration. Okay, so that's that. So the next one will be, what are the channels? I have identified. Yes, ma'am. No problem. We'll tell them. We'll tell them. So I was saying that we have identified that these are the people that we want to, that's what this is doing. For the segments, you're looking at who exactly will buy your own water. You're also looking at the channels. I have identified that, okay, 20% of this population are the ones that will buy my water. Where are they going to buy it? How am I going to get it to them? That is the channels. So I'm looking at large shops. I'm looking at corner shops. I'm looking at kiosks. I'm looking at schools. I'm looking at Merua. If my water is not bottled water, if I'm doing the push water, but since I'm doing bottled water, Merua will not fit into my own. So it will probably be shops. It will probably be corner stores. Are we getting what I'm trying to say? Or you are taking it to estates. You need to work out the channels. Then as you work out the channels, you also need to consider what will be the relationship, customer relationships that you must develop. You are looking at, are you doing adverts for you to be able to deliver to the customer? Are you sponsoring programs? Are you going to package? Some people sell this water. I'm sure some of us have seen this water. There's this water I like. The water looks like drip. Have we seen the drip water? Drip water. Have we seen it before? Who are they targeting? The water that looks like drip. There's a water that they sell like this, but it looks like drip. Eh? No, not drip. I'm not talking of drip. This water. Teenagers, children. It's very colorful. It's very attractive. But it's not this. There's a target market for that. I actually prefer it even as old as I am because it's actually very attractive. That's really my selling point. I wish I was. Are we together? If you go to the airport sometimes will not give you this anymore because this is not cost effective for them. They will give you one small one like that. There is one more than like this. Once you turn it like this, it's empty. Abi? So it's about the relationship you want to create, packaging. What kind of packaging do you want to offer to your segmented target customers? Contact information, where are they? That is about the back end. Then you now move to this end. And from this end, you're looking at what are the key activities that you need to do for you to be able to produce this your safe drinking water that is ready on the go. So what do I need to do? I need to find where I will get purified water, one. I need to find the bottling process because I am not selling water in sachet bags. I'm selling water in bottles. So how am I going to bottle it? Do I need to package it? And of course, am I going to distribute it? If I'm going to distribute it, what are the activities I need to do to distribute it? You think about that. You go further and look at the key resources. And the key resources is saying, what resources do you need to have to be able to achieve this activity? So for the first one, find the purified water. At least I need somewhere to do it. Are we together? So I need land. And I need a factory where the water will be produced. Bottling it, where is it going to be done? It's in a bottling machine. Huh? So you have answered the question. So the resources you need for that, you put it down. Then, distribution. How do you want to distribute? Are they coming to take off you? If they're coming to take off you, who are the people that are coming to take off you? They become your resources. In my case, I want to transport by trucks to my end users. So I put trucks there. Are we together? Okay, can I move forward? Okay, so let's look at key partners. Now, your key partners is who are the people that you need for this business to survive? If these people are not there, this business cannot survive. So who are they? And I've listed a few of them there. The first one is the shops. Remember, my product is about selling to somebody and I'm making money. So the shops where I'm selling, I'm using example, ShopRite or Spa, are key. So they are one of my major partners. I must have a good relationship with them because I'm targeting shops. Then the distributors. As much as I'm targeting shops, if the distributors do not get it to the shop, I have failed. So my partners are also my distributors. Influencers. Who are the influencers? The people that will affect or effect your business. And who are they within the organization? Your staff. Hello? Your managers. Those are people you need. Your quality control people, the people in that department. They must be happy and willing to do the business with you for you to get the results. So you need to know who are the people that influences the business. If your business is such that you need to talk to government, hello, let government be one of your influencers. Am I communicating? Am I too fast? Thank God. Then, standard board. Because I am talking packaged water, I must achieve standards. If not, I'm not growing. I can start without standards. Are we together? But I cannot grow without standards. So who will be a partner for me? NAFDAC. I must find a way to have a relationship with NAFDAC to make sure that I get my NAFDAC number. Why? I am trying to sell water to a supermarket. Are we together? Now, the next one now is cost structure. At cost structure now, you're looking at what are you spending money on before that product goes out. So you're looking at operational expenses, your rent, your staff, your machine, your chemicals to clean the water, the driver that will carry the product from your factory to wherever you are delivering to, the fuel you will put in the car. Remember, all those things are costs. In an actual business plan, they will tell you the financials. All those things in the financials, this is where it comes. Am I communicating? Okay, then salaries and other things like advertisements. So let's look at the revenue streams. Revenue streams is now saying money from purchase of the water. I told you that this is the front end. So we have dealt with how to make the product. The product is ready. We know who we want to give it to. We know how the product will get there. How will I make money? That is what revenue streams talks to. How will I make money? I hope we all understand. Have I lost anybody? Beautiful. So let's move forward. You're going to build your own canvas for me. But before building your own canvas for me, we're going to divide ourselves into groups. So I'm going to divide you now, but I'll finish my presentation first before we now do the building of the canvas so that you have all the information. Are we together? Okay, so let's take numbers. Madam, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, sir. 4. 1, ma. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. So please let's note our numbers. All the ones will work together. 1, 2, 1, 2. It will be too large. We'll have just 2 classes.